Hey guys, welcome back to Camille's Corner. So y'all, this is an update on this whole Joe Budden situation. I feel like you must have seen my video because literally less than an hour after I posted it, he issued an apology for his culturally insensitive comments about Ashanti and Maya being hoes for being in Trinidad Carnival. And while I appreciate that he was man enough to apologize, I still feel like he missed the mark in that apology. Firstly, I don't even know where he posted this apology because I checked all his social media and I couldn't find it. He must have already deleted it like he said he would in the first line of the so-called apology. I just got the text of it from somebody who shared it. So he posted, "This post will self-destruct shortly because I hate to dignify such an irresponsible headline for too long, blah, blah, blah. On my most recent podcast, we were having a conversation about other people appropriating culture they weren't a part of, as we normally do. We were not discussing Carnival, Caribbean culture, or anything of the sort, and never would, as I'm well aware of the strong and proud history and heritage. To anyone who heard that conversation and felt offended, I'd like to humbly apologize. That's never my intention. To those of you outraged by the 7-second clip of audio being matched with pictures of beautiful women to push a narrative we aren't adding to, let me say I didn't publish that. Those are not my thoughts or sentiments, and I don't feel that way." He goes on to say, "I can assure you your anger is misplaced. That isn't journalism. It's cheap clickbait to weaponize emotions and to push an agenda. It's irresponsible and in extremely poor taste, but bullshit spreads so fast, so this needed to be said. I love me some us. Again, I apologize to anyone who I may have offended. Salute to most of y'all that know what time it is with me, blah, blah, blah." Y'all, first of all, how you gonna apologize and then delete the apology? That alone makes me feel like it wasn't sincere and he did it just because of the backlash. Secondly, where was the apology to Maya and Ashanti? Their names weren't even mentioned in this apology. And they are the women who he attempted to shame, so if anybody deserves an apology, it's them. Thirdly, I don't get this whole appropriating culture comment. Is he for real? How is Ashanti and Maya and other foreigners coming to Trinidad for Carnival appropriating our culture when we literally invite them to come? We are happy when foreigners come to experience our culture because it's more tourism for us. We're even happier when celebrities come because it's more exposure for us. And state agencies literally invite these celebrities every year. The tourism company brought the whole cast of Love and Hip Hop to film here for Carnival. Isn't Joe on one of these shows? He should know that. So, Joe Budden, please look up the meaning of cultural appropriation. There's a huge difference between cultural appropriation and cultural appreciation. And you cannot appropriate something that you are literally invited and encouraged to participate in and experience. So, that excuse for why you said what you said is invalid. And it's not the first time he's tried to call Ashanti a hoe. It's like he has something personal against her. If y'all remember, a couple years ago, Ashanti was at a concert dancing on some guys on stage and somebody started throwing money on her and she told the person to stop doing that because she wasn't a stripper. Check it out, y'all.
Let me tell you something. Stop. Yo, I'm gonna need you to stop throwing that money. I'm not a fucking stripper, okay?
And then Joe went on his show and basically said she was acting like a stripper, so she got treated like one. And Ashanti went on his show and clapped back in the most graceful way possible. And I say she was graceful because if that had happened in Trinidad, we would have told him to haul his ass.
If I wear a stethoscope, am I a doctor?
So, Joe Budden has a history of slut-shaming women and calling women hoes and that sort of thing because of how they dress and dance. Joe Budden needs to stop policing women's bodies. Also, Joe's apology sought to blame the people who are angry, saying, "Our anger is misplaced." No, it's not misplaced. You said what you said and you can't even give a proper apology for it. And who is this us he's referring to when he says, "I love me some us"? Does Joe have Caribbean ancestry or something? Because I don't care enough to go research if he does, but if he does, this is even more of a shame. Anyway, Joe could have simply said, I apologize to Maya and Ashanti and to Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean for any offense that I may have caused. And he could have just left it there. But as it stands, I think his apology has missed the mark, and the drag party will continue until Trinis get tired. And let me just say, we don't get tired easily. It's going to be 20 years from now, and Joe's going to be going to a grocery store owned by a Caribbean person, and they're going to be like, no, you can't buy nothing here. Get out of my store. Because we are going to remember this, okay? But let me know what you guys think. Do you think his apology was sufficient? Let me know in the comments. Bye, guys, and thanks for watching.